What's going on? It's out of your opioids, and we back at it like a crack addict. Hey, man, another episode. What's going on with y'all? Like, share, subscribe. Best believe to do that. And also, follow us on IG, out of your opioids. Man, I couldn't get my boy D- in here today, but I got my guy Zach in the building. What's going on with you, baby?
What's good? How y'all feel?
Hey, man, we feeling good, feeling great. Feeling great, feeling good. How are you? That's a big boy line for you youngers that don't know. Outcast. But hey, man, just like we start off every show. Well, matter of fact, before we talk about our top 5, I actually went out to the streets and got the opinion of somebody else this week. So I'm gonna let that roll for a minute. Out of your opioids, hey man, we took it to the streets this week, man. Who I got in here with me?
Got your boy Shannon with a 4 and not an A.
Hey, man.
Spell it like that. Big GDM, big YW.
Hey, it's out of your opioids, so we out here with it, man. Hey, let us know what's the top 5 songs you listen to this week, man. What you bumping? What's on your playlist?
Man, well, we're gonna start off with Meek Mill. That's my dog, man. I like to Respect the Game. That's one of my tracks right there. I play it all the time when I'm in the car. I got that Yucatan Love by Kevin Gates. I also been playing the hell out of that brand new song that he just recently dropped on his album, that I'm Him. That, what is it called? Let me get the name of it again. It just fell from my mind. Fly Again. That's my joint right there. And then you got Stolen 40 by Ratchet Life. I forgot the name that the tape is on, but it's on my mixtapes. Then you got Lil Durk, One More Chance, when he was speaking to all his friends that he left behind as he was coming up, because he was in the middle of, I guess you could say, being a celebrity and having celebrity friends versus neighborhood friends that you grew up with. It's a real deep song. I like that.
For sure, man. Out of your opioid, we appreciate you, Shannon. Shout out, man. Top 5 songs. We rocking with you.
Big YW.
And we back, man. Out of your opioids. And you know how we start off every show. We let you know the top 5 songs that we digging for the week. Hey, Zach, since you the guest, go ahead and tell them your top 5 for the week.
Well, I just met a new friend of mine, and she put me on to a new song recently. It's a Bryson Tiller's cover of Drake's song Finesse. Also, I got Persian Rugs by I think it's Party Next Door.
Them two names we ain't heard in a while. Bryson Tiller, I think he was a phenomenal talent. He had that with that trap soul when he first came out.
Yeah, you know, he's one of the, in my opinion, he's one of those guys that just wasn't, you know, like you said, great talent, inconsistent. You know, a lot of people get complacent where they are. Man, I don't know the guy personally though, so that may not be his reason. You know, a lot of people don't know Lloyd. He fell off because he was having his own life, family, personal issues and stuff. So something could happen with him like that. Sure. I hope not, but like, you know, it is what it is.
How recent was this cover? How recent did this come out?
It was about I think about a year ago.
Oh dang! So it's been out a minute. You just got up on OK.
It's just like a little underground type deal.
For sure. And what else you see? Party Next Door.
Yeah, Persian Rugs by Party Next Door. Tank, Nothing On.
You going R&B on me?
Yeah, you know that's what I'm into. Up Late by Ari Lennox, and a guy named it's a Nigerian guy named Young Bane. A lot of people don't know about him unless they're Nigerian or just that deep into R&B. But he has a song called Rihanna, and you know, look that up when you want to, man. You know, it's a good little vibe to it.
Yeah, Bang.
It's spelled YXNG. Bane. BANE.
Oh, and you say he's from what now?
Nigeria.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So run down your top 5 one more time for the people that can hear it. So
Bryson Tiller's Finesse,
Bang.
Party Next Door, Persian Rugs, Tank, Nothing On, Young Bane, Rihanna, and Up Late by Ari Lennox.
Alright, so if you trying to make a baby, hey, just tune in to Zach playlist to get you right, man. You know, and I got mine for the week, man. The first person I want to start off with, he had a little legal trouble this week, is Black Youngster, but he dropped a song called Forgiveness, man. A real good song. I liked it, man. You know, Black Youngster is one of them type people who every song will give you a lot of energy. It's on my mixtapes. That's the only place I can find it right now, but it's called Forgiveness. It give you a lot of energy every song. But this is a high energy song, but it also got some substance to it. That's why I kind of like, you know, give me a little bit of the ratchetness with some substance. He dropped another song too called Represent. He just dropped that like literally. Today is Sunday when we're recording on. He literally dropped that a couple hours ago. And it's kind of like a continuation to the Forgiveness video. And I always like that when people kind of make their music into like a movie type thing, like where they have different parts. It's kind of like a sequel to the next part of the video. So, hey, shout out to Black Youngster. He did go to jail. I don't know if you're free or not, but if you're not, free you, man. He had some problems in Houston. So, yeah, man, I'm rocking with that this week. Also, last week I talked about a guy named Bankroll Freddie who got signed to QC, I think, last week, I believe, if I'm not tripping. But he got a song called Drip Like This. It's a nice one of them make you, like this. I like that. I fuck with that song, man. It's like, a little song when you feeling yourself and, you turned up and you got on your design and shit, or, just a guy like me with my Nike shirt on. You just feeling yourself, doing a little drip. So that's number 2, Bankroll Freddie. And R.I.P. Bankroll Freddie. I damn near want to say it every time I hear his name. It's so simple. Yeah. And then third, man, my guy Kevin Gates. I can't even pick a song off the album. I'm just gonna say the whole I'm Him album. The whole I'm Him album.
Man, Fatal Attraction is something else, in my opinion.
Yeah, it came on like I liked the real big speaker and the Icebox and.
By My Lonely is nice.
Yeah,
what's the other song?
He paid homage to Speaker Knockers.
Yeah.
Which I think a lot of people didn't really know who that is, but hey, Speaker Knockers did the hits By My Lonely song was definitely a banger, like on the underground markets.
And what's the song? It's kind of like, I forget the song. It's like the video's like a workout montage almost. Push it, yeah,
Push It. Yeah, it's been out for a minute. Yeah, definitely. So that's my third song. Well, I was gonna say his whole album, Kevin Gates, I'm Him whole album. So then fourth, we got who everybody talk about this week, man. The Baby. Last week you weren't here, but I said The Baby is the hottest artist this year. Nobody's had a bigger year in rap than The Baby. That's my personal opinion. Only person second, even close second, is Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
We'll talk about her a little later. But we talked about the intro was on my list last week because he dropped that before the album came out. But I can't lie, this Off the Rip. The second song on there, before the beating come on, he just goes stupid. So I gotta shout that out. Overall, I like the album overall, but Off the Rip, that's probably like the song I felt the quickest. So that's 4. That's 4. And man, what can I put for a fifth? It was kind of hard. Well, I ain't gonna say it was kind of hard. This week we had some good music, but
that song Kirk with By the Baby.
Yeah, I was talking about his Pops.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's great too. He had a couple songs that could have, that really could have went. They could go number the Bop. I really like the Bop song. The third song. I really like the Bop. I like the Bop, but I'm gonna have to go with and I'm gonna talk about him later on today. He dropped the remix with Lil Durk. But Ride Wave, man, somebody just put me up on Ride Wave, bro. Dope young talent. He out of Florida. We always talk about Florida, and I meant to talk about him last week, and I'm gonna talk about him later on today. But I'm gonna say Hard on Ice. He came out with the remix, but I even like the original. Hard on Ice by Ride Wave, man. If y'all ain't heard that yet, go listen to that, man. Ride Wave, be real hard, bro. And honorable mention, Lil Zay Osama, No Love. He's Lil Zay Osama, he's out of Lil Zay Osama. He's out of Chicago, man. Nice young artist. I rock with him. He talk his rap, it's reality rap, but he also had that harmonizing that everybody likes right now. So he do his thing.
Yeah,
he do his thing, man. So shit. That's my 5. Dang, what did I start with? Black Youngster? Yeah, started with Black Youngster, Forgivable, and then I went from that. Dang, I'm all over the place. Y'all gotta excuse me. I went. Black Youngster was my first one, and then
Black Youngster. You had a song about the baby.
No, Black Youngster was first.
Yeah,
Black Youngster was first. Black Youngster Forgiveness was first. Forgiveness. Black Youngster Forgiveness was first.
Yeah,
then second was Bankroll Freddie, Drip Like This. Then third was I'm Him, the whole album. You Let It Ride, the whole album, Let It Ride, by Kevin Gates. I'm Him. Then fourth I had The Babies, Off the Rip. That's what I had 4. And 5th, damn, my mind's going bad. I'm sorry, y'all. 5th, I had, dang, what did I have? Oh, Ride Wave, man. Hard on Ice. And then for my honorable mention, I had Lil Zell Summer with No Love. I'm sorry, man. Sometimes it slips though, but yeah, them all good artists though. Check out Lil Zell Summer if you haven't, man. Chicago-based artist. I honestly like last week I spoke on Polo G, and I also like Zell Summer. I think Chicago's making a resurgence. You know, after the drill music, they kind of fell off. People weren't really listening to them as much, but Chicago got some dope talent, bro. They got some dope artists.
Oh, definitely. It'd be nice for people to know more about Chicago rappers other than Kanye West and Chief Keef. So it's good to see that
and
more
Common,
people.
you got to throw Common.
Yeah, Common, but you know, I'm talking about like newer people.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's always good to see, you know, just people doing what they love and getting out there.
Yeah, Chance the Rapper, we got to put him in there too. He another Chicago.
Oh yeah.
Do his thing.
I be forgetting about him sometimes. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, because he don't, you know.
Yeah, he about to disappear.
He does a lot.
Another decade.
He does a lot for Chicago, but he doesn't. I guess he's not the stereotypical Chicagoan.
I heard somebody say that he was gonna try to run for mayor eventually.
Hey, I ain't mad at him. Do your thing.
Oh,
We
no,
need something
no.
like that. Hey, Chance, shout out to you. But speaking of Chicago rap, a lot. You know, Chicago known for having drill music and stuff of that nature. One thing that's been on my mind a lot lately, I think I heard Mr. Teleferro. Shout out to him, Mr. Teleferro. He's a Memphis guy that does a lot of vlogging on, like, you know, the problems of hip hop and things of that nature, and like covers a lot of the stories.
Mm-hmm.
I stay tuned in his channel, and he talked about it a couple weeks ago because I think Gucci, Youngboy, and the Baby dropped the record. He was like, man, it's a dope record, but I don't think it's gonna go nowhere. And he kind of talked about, you know, the streets. And it just made me just want to, do you feel like having the streets on lock, does that even benefit an artist nowadays? Or is it like one of them things where if you ain't getting the mainstream audience, it ain't,
I mean,
you're not going to pop? Because at one time, I think the streets was everything. Like,
it's not, you know, the hottest rappers out aren't T.I. and Wayne anymore.
no, they're not.
And so, like, you know, as much as I would want to say that we're slowly but surely getting past that, a part of me kind of feels like, you know, the people that are intertwined in that lifestyle, they get ousted by the law, and the people that aren't get ousted by social media and whatnot. And so, you know, the people that are real to it, they don't stick around anyway because they gonna have their own issues with the things that they real about. So, like, yeah, and like to say that, you know, that's what you need to do is stay relevant or anything.
I'm not saying not to stay relevant, but I'm saying, is it any benefit to having the streets on lock? Like, when I think about like rappers like Jeezy, it was kind of like he was stamped by the streets. Like, that was his whole movement. Like, even his first CD, Dub Motivation 101, none of those songs to me are even sound commercial. Everything sounds like it's straight hood. It caters to just that audience. Now, the second CD with Go Getter and stuff like that, it seemed like he kind of tried to switch his market over and cater a little bit more to the mainstream. But when he first came out,
I still don't think so, just because, you know, you ain't gotta be a criminal. Like, a lot of people get those things confused, and that's when it gets kind of like in that weird purgatory area of things, because you ain't gotta be a criminal to be a street nigga.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying
and
you don't have to be a criminal.
a lot of people just don't get that. And so, you know, when you get people like Tay-K, or you get people like Bobby Shmurda, you get people like them, they're really out here doing stuff that gets people put away for a very long time. And then, you know, up and coming, you know, next generation, or even people within the generation of artists see that stuff and be like, oh, well, you know, maybe I should do something like that. Then it just becomes clout chasing.
Well, see, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. The difference is, okay, A rapper like Moneybagg Yo to me, he has the streets.
Okay.
He has the streets. Now, what I'm saying is, I look at it like this: having the streets will make you a B-list rapper off top.
Mm-hmm.
If you can get the streets, that's what I'm saying. Not necessarily saying that you have to be out here committing crimes. You could be talking about your past life. But what I'm saying is, like Moneybagg Yo, I throw somebody like T Grizzly in that category too. Like, they got the streets on lock. They can go at least 20 to 30 cities, and if they don't drop nothing the whole year, they can perform just songs that came out 2 to 3 years ago and still get a decent enough crowd.
Well,
I'm saying, do you think that's beneficial for an artist? Because at the same time, I don't consider that clout chasing. You brought up clout chasing. I'm saying, what I think about rappers, like, what's the nigga that made Gucci Gang? Lil Pump.
Yeah.
Alright, for instance, he's more of an internet. He blew up more up on the internet.
Yeah.
But the internet don't love nobody. So now that shit cold, ain't nobody trying to listen to that shit no more. And he about done with it. Lil Tucker talking about retiring.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, with these street dudes, you might not get that notoriety as, those people, but you can be around 4 to 5 years.
Yeah.
Maybe 10, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and like you said, they talking about, they're not talking about, just any old thing is the thing about it. They talking about something in their life. That's things that resonate with other people on a level deeper than just some shit you saw on the internet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And so like,
do you think it's a benefit to that?
From that standpoint, I mean, yeah, but that can't be the only thing you're standing on.
You don't think so?
No, just because to elevate yourself past it. Cause like, no one that wants to better themselves and their family, no matter where they came from, whatever walk of life they went through, majority of those people, I should say, because some people do just stay in the hood just for the sake of staying in the hood, but those people, they don't want to just be, once you make $1 million off rap, they don't stay there all the time.
I'm not saying you have to physically stay there. I'm saying you have the street. When you drop.
No, I'm saying like Jay-Z or Yo Gotti or Gucci.
Okay, you brought up. Okay, the last two people you brought up, good people to bring up. Finish your statement. We're gonna talk about this.
Like, yeah, you could say they got the streets on lock. Yeah,
not no more.
But at one point.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just like, how like, what's the point of having that? Having that long term.
I can argue that street artists stay more relevant than mainstream artists.
To who?
It's the thing. A person like Boosie still can do shows.
To the same audience that it was 10 years ago.
That's cool.
For the most part.
Comedian now went from up here to nowhere. Lil Flip went from up here to nowhere.
Comedian, he like owns businesses and stuff now.
I understand that. Yeah, he got into
like stocks and bonds.
Yeah, he got the tech world. I'm saying financially he's straight, but what I'm saying is, if you
not relevant in music,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you, a lot of times mainstream rappers don't last nothing to 3 to 4 years, maybe 5, and once you gone from that period, ain't nobody listening to your shit no more.
Right.
But if, like Yo Gotti, for instance, Yo Gotti probably perform down in the DM when he go to cities where they ain't familiar with his music. But when he into the city, he ain't performing that shit.
Yeah.
He doing it a cappella because he know the people who grew up on Yo Gotti, that ain't what they want to hear from. Now put a date on it, maybe, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And he piggyback off the streets when he's like, man, it's been a minute since I had a hit. I gotta go back and cater to my core audience. That's what I'm saying. If you got the streets, you got the most loyal audience to me. The internet is not loyal at all. That's what I'm saying. That's why I was asking you, do you think it's a benefit to that? Because me personally, I don't think it's there's no demographic in rap music that's more loyal than the streets. Now I will say,
I don't think there's any demographic in music period than the streets. I'm saying my biggest rebuttal to that, it would just be that staying there won't help anybody either. Like staying in a on a wavelength that caters to that specific audience as an artist and as just somebody trying to get out.
Well,
that won't do anything for you long term.
I disagree, because then you got Future. Future never changed. Future never changed his subject matter. He just found the way to make it mainstream.
But look at who that, like, that's an isolated incident then, if that's the only person you name.
No, that ain't an isolated incident. You can say Kevin Gates the same way. You can say Kodak Black to a certain degree is the same way. You can say
Kodak Black, in my opinion, fades in and out just because he be doing stupid stuff.
But what I'm saying, his songs, the same songs that when he go perform in front, he ain't got it. It ain't no down in DMs in his repertoire. When he go, No Flocka, that's a hood nigga song.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying, he has the Caucasian audience, or the mainstream audience, excuse me. They love it just as much as what's it called, ZZ. You know what I'm saying? He can perform at both places. So I can't say you can't. To me, you can't just say, well, if you only make music that reach hood people, yeah, I get your point. But I'm not gonna say just because you don't change and go mainstream that you can't grow your audience.
But that's how you do though.
To me, it's all about marketing.
Think about it outside of that section of the genre. Like, look at J. Cole. Most of his music is either like conscious or in my feelings. Not really in my feelings, but just like some depressing stuff.
Okay.
But when he but he also has songs like with that song that he did with Ari Lennox, Shea Butter Baby, or way back in the day, I think it was like 2010, when he made Work Out. You know, that's a mainstream song. It's outside of his lane, and he even said he didn't even like it that much. But
what's that Lights song? Lights, please.
Lights, and a couple of other songs off of some of his mixtapes. He said he didn't even like. It was just something to be mainstream, to get out there.
But watch this though. Now, okay,
everybody, even with country, with what's her name, Taylor Swift, she does it. She did it too. Like, what was that song? Take It Off or something? Shake It Off. Now, she don't really make music like that all the time.
People dibble and dab and stuff. But this is what I'm saying. Okay, you got J. Cole, you got Kendrick, you had Wale, you had Big Sean, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are artists who, to me, all their music is mainstream. Like, it's like majority of that music is mainstream.
Okay.
Now, if you say the top tier rappers is Kendrick, J. Cole.
Okay.
Then the second tier rappers, all of them cater to the streets. And then you gonna go down some more and find the people that's like, he makes the same type of music as Cole and Kendrick, but it doesn't get the same response. And because he don't cater to the streets, eventually them type of people just quit rapping. Or it just goes like, he's a phenomenal rapper, but he's unnoticed.
Yeah, I know a couple like that.
It's a lot, and that's what I'm saying. That's why, to me, the streets is the most beneficial thing you can have. Now, I'm not saying you should seek that if that's not you, but I honestly think we look at the internet now as the most powerful thing, or the most powerful tool or group of people to captivate. But I still think it's the streets, honestly, my personal opinion. I think because, like I said, if Kendrick and Cole 1 and 2, the next person more than likely is somebody that's got the streets. The next 5 people is the people who got the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like the Baby, arguably the best rapper right now, with the hottest rapper right now.
I agree with you to an extent, the only thing I can't wholeheartedly put my head around is just, you know, with the streets being the most loyal group of people, and like, you know, that's not something that's not like that's not hyperbole. That's not an epiphany that you just had right there. That's like facts.
Yeah.
And so, like, then you get people. I feel like with that, you know, with it being such a loyal fan base, you're gonna have people try to chase that.
But I don't think people chase it. It's
we just seen it with Tekashi.
I don't think. Okay, now you can say that's an isolated incident. I don't think too many people chase it.
I don't think that's an isolated incident. That's just the most blown up one.
He didn't have the streets.
I'm saying he chased it.
But he didn't have the streets. That's more of an internet clout chase. That's what I'm saying. He didn't have the streets.
I agree.
The streets is something that I think a lot of people have now, because rap has became so mainstream that we shy away from. Okay, a great example is the Migos. The Migos did it in a they had the streets on lock, not in a traditional sense of a Gucci or a Gotti or a Boosie or a Jeezy or
I feel like they went the Future route.
Or Meek Mill or nothing like that.
I feel like they went the Future route.
Yeah, it was like, you know what I'm saying, they had the kid, they caught the streets when the streets was transitioning, and they had like all the younger kids liking their music and the older niggas like half and half like to half on didn't. But they got enough, you know what I'm saying, they got enough people on their side to where damn, you got to fuck with their music. But it was catchy enough that mainstream the mainstream caught on to it too, because like you got people. This how you know if a rapper is got the streets now most of the time. When people start saying shit like this once they get notoriety. Man, I ain't gonna lie, he was harder back when he was harder back when we were dropping mixtapes. People say that about the Migos. So
yeah, I mean, people say that about everybody though.
Not everybody.
Almost
like
more
Travis
often than
Scott.
not.
Travis Scott, people not saying that about.
But he's not. Well, by everybody, I mean everybody within the confines of street rap. You gonna say that about, like, people say that about Gotti too.
Yeah, people say that about Gotti, but somebody like
saying that. People probably said, like, I don't know for a fact, but I'm pretty sure people probably said that about NWA. No. People probably said that about like a lot of people. No. I mean, people like I used to say that. I say that now about Wayne.
He a different breed. That's a whole different topic.
People say that about T.I.
No.
People said that about Lloyd Banks.
T.I. actually
people said that about 50 Cent.
T.I. one of the few rappers who his albums are better than his mixtapes.
That's subjective, but okay.
How? What? Name me a T.I. mixtape that's classic. If you're gonna have to say in the streets, and ain't nobody heard that, means you a down south ass nigga. That's what I'm saying. Ain't no so.
Okay, I'll let you have that one. But I mean, like, it's just like he was harder back in the day. Well, yeah, because that goes back to what we just said. A lot of people just put out some mainstream shit just to get out there.
But that's what I'm saying.
You need radio play.
That's another argument we can have. We don't need that shit 2019.
Well, yeah, because YouTube and Twitter exist.
It's not even that.
And by that I mean, like, I don't even listen to the radio.
Nobody does. If you listen to the radio, you are a limited. Let me say this: if you tune into the fucking radio to make decisions on what you want to listen to, you usually have no musical taste, or you just a cheap bastard. It's one of the two. You got too much stuff. You got Spotify, you got Apple Music, you got YouTube, you got Pandora. If anybody even use that anymore. It's too much stuff out here. It is too many art. Like the radio can only cover so much stuff.
Yeah.
But what I brought up the Migos to say was this though: they're one of the few people who I feel like they had the streets and they kept the streets. You know what I'm saying? But they was able to make their stuff to where these motherfuckers is on Ellen.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But their core, if they fall off tomorrow, mainstream wise, they still be able to be successful to a certain extent because they have streets.
Okay.
And that's what I'm saying. Nowadays, people are chasing the internet. And the internet is not loyal to nobody.
No.
The streets kind of are until you do something like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, by this, I feel like you can get away with a little bit too much, but
and that's my point. That's my exact point.
Like, you know, this is the same audience. You know, you could kill somebody,
and your shit don't go off.
Yeah. Like you can, you know, thankfully, you know, a lot of people, everybody hopped off the 6ix9ine train. I was kind of scared, but you know.
Man, that's the media. The real street people will not listen. Nobody listen to fucking Gumbo, bro. Let's just keep this shit to G. No real niggas bumping Gumbo.
Nah.
Tune in to Audio Opioids. We keep all the dope content. We bridging the gap between the generations and kicking a lot of flavors. So, hey, keep it locked and loaded right here on Audio Opioids, aka Bridging the Gap.